Wow. So how's the ride been, Tyler?
Good. We've only been on the road for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Woohoo! Hey, Billy.
We gotta go first.
We will not get swept away.
They just flashed us! Oh, there goes our van. Where are we headed?
We are going to go get some food.
Yes. Why is it?
Because it's South Dakota.
The children in the carpenter shop, the way they see us has come across in a way that they are comfortable. Young people in our church, you would be so impressed. They've reached out to the young people on the reservation and have met them where they're at, and what they offer the children in the church about their knowledge of God is present in everything that they do.
Everything's different and it's not in my comfort zone, but it's totally worth it. Like just seeing the seeds that you're planting in the kids and like just the difference that it makes in their life.
I feel like he's been teaching me this week how to, or more like showing me this week, or what it looks like to be out of my comfort zone, and just once you have stepped out in obedience, what that looks like.
It's so different coming to these cultures where it's like every time you go somewhere new, the experience is completely different. With the kids here, I'd say like having the time, like an entire week to kind of bond with them and stuff like that is such a neat experience. And you know, the first day it was like kids are kind of not past that barrier yet. And after the second or third day, it's like they're all coming up to you, they're asking you for piggyback rides and to play catch outside and stuff like that. After a couple days, it's really awesome just to see the bond that you form.
On our way to South Dakota, we found that there was a need for the carpenter shop, which is where we do our kids club, to be painted. And even though that wasn't part of our plan, we decided to do this, and we feel not only has it been an opportunity for God to bless the church, but it has blessed us in so many ways, and this is a way for us to give back. So I think God is teaching us to be flexible this week.
And that everything that God has given to us is all we need, and that Jesus loves us and wants us to be with Him eternally. Does anybody here know what the word parable means? God has given us everything we need.
This is my 5th year here, and each year it has a new thing in store for me. The one takeaway that I have from this particular year is some of the local pastors that have spoken with us and to us and for us. I was keen to notice that they had a theme of unity in some of the talks that they had, that, you know, Native American Christians and white Christians are all the same. We're all for Christ, we're all under Christ. It's something that I've always been aware of, but to hear them say it and to hear them, you know, verbalize it so plainly was really good to hear. And it just kind of lifts your spirits, and kind of, you know, it lifted my spirits.
God has really taught me how to handle stress this week. I think that my next step would be to kind of take a step out of my comfort zone, try to share more of what God can actually do in someone's life.
Probably my favorite memory would have to be just walking the kids home after a kids group every day, just seeing them, well, not just walking them home, but like getting them and seeing how excited they are just to see us and be with us.
I'm not only going to bring that friendship back to Bartlesville, but I'm also going to bring, those experiences. And whenever you're teaching the gospel to these kids, it's really good practice on how to speak that message and let God speak through you. So one thing that I'm going to take back is more experience on letting God speak through and work through me.
I kind of had an elbow in my side from my wife that knew about my father's legacy with his friends in the Pine Ridge Reservation, and that was kind of the spur that I needed to go on Lakota journey 5 years ago. And if you're at a position right now where God's put it on your heart that you'd like to do a mission trip, I personally think that Lakota journey is a great idea because number one, it's not that expensive, but there's an incredible need here. So, if you don't have the financial resources to go to Guatemala, this is quite a bit cheaper, but yet you're still going to be able to fill a need. And quite honestly, we've got a great group of kids that go with us, and there's been some different faces over the years. We really want to kind of look to our young folks to kind of fold into this particular ministry and kind of breathe some life into it. Even though this was a tremendous year, I think that years going forward, we really want to bring some new faces in that I think will really get a lot out of this trip. And it can start by again just saying yes, and it's kind of I guess I kind of equate it to maybe a toe in the water from the standpoint of missionary. You're not going to Guatemala or overseas. You're going a couple states away, and you're doing giving your heart for a very good reason, and there's a lot of need here. And again, just from this 5th year, I've really seen, even though visually Antelope where we go may look a little worse than it did some years ago, I've sensed a change in the heart of the youth that we've worked with, and that's very encouraging. So it all starts with saying yes, I'll jump on board and I'll do the Lakota journey trip. And we'd love to have you.